YouTube, Susan here again, and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I am showing you how to make a very simple and yet delicious homemade beef stew in your slow cooker or crock pot. Start off with, I have a bowl here with all-purpose flour in it, and I have approximately 1 pound of boneless stew beef. So what I do, and this is how I've done it since growing up, my mother taught me this method, is to coat the stew beef in flour, just to help dry up some of the moisture and prepare it for browning in the frying pan. Because as you know, slow cooker, it does cook things, but it's not the greatest at browning things. For that you really need the frying pan and the heat there. And then the slow cooker can take over and finish cooking. And we're back. Okay, the next step is to brown the stew beef in a frying pan with margarine or butter, whatever your choice is. And what you're trying to do here is simply brown the meat. You're trying to seal in the moisture and give it a lovely brown color. Okay, yeah. So that's only been about 2 or 3 minutes. And as you can see, the beef is starting to get brown. And that is all I wanted it to do. It's still fairly raw. And from this point, I'm going to put the beef into the slow cooker, which is right there. Okay. Now the slow cooker is empty right now until I put the beef in. And then I'll simply add some water because stew beef cooks better in moist environment. It keeps its flavor, and it cooks more thoroughly and gets really soft in moisture. So from there I will add some water, which is okay. There's about 4 cups of water, and I'm going to turn it on to high to start getting it up to heat and cooking. Now at this point you'll also want to add any spices that you're planning on adding, because everything in that slow cooker is staying in the stew. There is no draining, there is no other stuff, so you add your spices at this point. That's a little bit of pepper, a touch of salt, and I like putting in some oregano. Just a little bit. Now, take your utensil and just mix it through. And there you have it. Put the lid on, and it cooks for 4.5 to 5 hours on high. And we'll be back when it's time. And we're back. It is about 2.5 hours in. So it is time to add our potatoes. I like to give them a little longer time to cook because normally potatoes take like 1/2 to 3/4 of an hour when they're boiling in a pot. This is not boiling, so I want to give it some more time. So you add your potatoes in. I am using new crop potatoes. And I leave the skin on because, I mean, it's thin, it's nothing. I'm also adding in the vegetables, which are peas. And I have some carrots here that are also going in for some color and flavor. And mix those in. I'm going to add just a touch more salt because the potatoes need salt when they're cooking. And I didn't add a lot, so there we go. Now, leave that sit for another couple hours, and then we'll get on with the gravy. Be right back. And we're back. Okay, the potatoes have now, they're pretty much fork tender. And it's time to add the gravy. Now what I have here is like a Bisto mix of gravy, and I've just added a bit of water to make it liquid so that it doesn't clump up in the stew. So all you do is you add that in. Now if you don't want to use Bisto, you can use like OXO cubes and cornstarch and water to thicken and the whole deal like that, but this is what I prefer to use, and it gives it a nice flavor and brown color. And now all you need to do is wait for that to thicken as it cooks, and your stew will be ready. Back when it's time to serve it. Hang on. And welcome back for the final segment here. Dinner is ready. The stew is thick and bubbling, as you can see. And I'm about to serve the first bowl. Now, you can add your favorite recipe of dumplings to this. Or you can serve bread and butter. And I personally like that one because then you can sop up all that gravy when you're done eating. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Bye for now.